So now we discuss correctional reports. So what is a correctional report? It is a formal, official document generated by correctional personnel such as correctional guards or jail officers, prison officers, social workers, psychologists, parole officers para ma-record yung kanilang mga observations, assessments, and progress of persons deprived of liberty. So basically, ang mga correctional reports ay sinusulat ng mga taong in charge sa correction. So either prisons, jail, or even parole probation. Lahat yan ay sakop ng correctional report. So the core purpose of correctional reports, ang function, first one is institutional management. Explanation dito is that it provides data for security decisions, disciplinary actions, and resource allocation. The impact is that it ensures order and safety within the facility. So kapag merong correctional reports, natitiyak na meron talagang disiplina, merong order doon sa institutional corrections na yon. Kasi base doon sa mga report na yon, makakapag-decide yung mga decision maker, baka si warden, or si superintendent kung ano-ano ba yung mga dapat ma-improve. Sabihin natin merong isang report na nagsasabing may problem sa security sa area na to. So base dun sa report na yon, makakapag-decide kung sino man yung pinaka-decision maker doon sa lugar na yon, kung ano yung mga hakbang para mapaayos yon, para makapag-decide ng tama. At yun na nga, connected din dyan yung resource allocation. Dahil nakagawa ka ng report, dahil merong correctional report, malalaman din natin kung merong mga issues doon sa facility at kung meron man, ma-address yun kaagad. Kumbaga makakapag-allocate na ng budget sa pagpapaayos kung merong sira, di ba? Yung mga ganun. Second one is rehabilitation planning. It assesses a PDL's or person deprived of liberties needs, progress in programs, and risk level. Kasi kung alam natin kung excel ba yung PDL dun sa program kung saan natin siya pinasok, ibig sabihin, effective yung ating program na naibigay sa kanila. Pero kung hindi siya nag-excel, kumbaga nanatili pa rin siya kung ano man yung bad ways niya before nung nasa labas siya, ay hindi na bago sa loob ng kulungan, then maybe it's high time para mapalitan or ma-update yung program na ibinigay sa kanya. And that would also be based on the correctional report. Impact nito is that it guides the treatment and training programs necessary for reform. Yun na nga, para magkaroon ng reform yung tao, syempre kailangan ng basihan at yung basihan nga na yun would be the correctional report. Third one is legal compliance. This supports decisions regarding parole, probation, and GCTA or good conduct time allowance. Kumbaga kailangan natin mapatunayan na ang isang tao ay hindi nagkaroon ng problema with his other inmates within the correctional facility. Kumbaga kailangan natin ng patunay na hindi talaga nagkaroon ng problema itong PDL within the correctional facility for a certain period of time. At kapag napatunayan natin yon, that could be a basis for GCTA. Kumbaga hindi siya nagkaroon ng problema, wala siyang nakaaway for 2 years. E di basis yon for qualification sa GCTA, di ba? And ang impact nito is that it ensures decisions are fair, objective, and defensible in court. Next is universal structure of a correctional report. The key sections common to all correctional reports. Well, basically, all reports must be objective, factual, and complete. Pag sinabi nating objective, hindi base sa opinion, hindi base sa emosyon. Objective means this is based on facts. Kaya nga, another is that it has to be factual. And of course, it has to be complete. Hindi pwedeng kulang-kulang ang report. Kasi kung kulang-kulang ang report, kulang-kulang din ang decision. Magiging incorrect din ang magiging decision based doon sa correctional report na yon. So here are the sections common to all correctional reports. First one is PDL identification. Ito yung pangalan niya, inmate number, offense, and kanyang sentence. Second is report type and date. This clearly states the purpose, kung incident report ba ito, progress report ba ito, or whatever. Number 3 is source of information. Who provided the information? Yung officer on duty ba? Psychologist? Or baka yung PDL himself? Then we also have findings or observation, the factual objective details such as at 1400 hour, PDL Doe was observed selling cigarettes to PDL Smith. Kumbaga dito, ipapaalam mo kung ano ba yung mga actual na nangyari, yung factual na nangyari, observations. Fifth is analysis or evaluation, the expert interpretation, such as this behavior indicates a continued disregard for institutional rules and a medium risk for trafficking. And then we have recommendation or action. This is the proposed next step. Recommend 30 days solitary confinement and referral to the drug counseling program. So pag sinabing recommendation, ito yung mga gusto mong gawin doon sa PDL na appropriate action. So kung meron siyang nalabag na rule sa loob ng correctional facility, then kailangan mong magbigay ng recommendation kung paano mo maitatama yung ginawa niyang mali. Then, signature or certification. Of course, the name, the rank, the signature of the reporting officer to make sure na ang nakalagay doon sa correctional report are factual, correct, and that officer acknowledges its writing.